Well, good morning, Missoula. This is Wake Up Missoula. My name is Noelle McAvoy.
And I'm Scott Ramft.
And today is Asaph Adonai's birthday.
Yes, it is.
Woo! So we're going to take a moment of silence to wish Asaph a happy birthday. Beautiful. Thanks,
So how
happy birthday, Asaph.
So how old are you now? Like
I am a young
24?
old man. A young old man.
Young old man.
57
No wrinkles.
today.
Not a wrinkle on his face.
Not yet. I don't have control over that, so we'll see how long I can get away with it.
Asaph found the fountain of youth.
yes.
Thank you.
But good morning, everyone.
Yes,
It is
it is
Monday.
an early morning, and
Yes,
of course,
Scott.
I woke up a little extra early this morning.
And sent me angry text messages.
Yes, and I.
Come on, let's go. So
All right,
Scott woke up
I
at
sent you a
5:30.
text, and I thought it was like 7:30 when it was actually 6:30 in the
I'm
morning.
in bed. He's like, "Are you dead?
You
You're
did.
late."
I
was
actually,
like,
it was like terrible grammar, and like the way it was sent was like.
And he was
You're
all
dead,
angry.
or is like saying it's like a threat. It's like you're dead, rather than actually mean, are you dead?
"Are you okay?" Yeah. So Scott woke up.
And it was
super
early in the morning. And anything like if you poke the bear in the morning,
Yeah.
it's gonna get angry.
Rah!
But of course, you can expect the weather not to be that happy as Noelle
No?
was this morning.
Is
So
the weather gonna be angry today too?
the weather's gonna be fairly angry. It's gonna cry.
Oh,
it's gonna
good.
be a 60% chance of rain. So if we take a look, it is currently 33 degrees outside.
Oh.
Showers are likely today with a high of 49 degrees.
OMG! It's winter.
I don't know how to respond to that.
That's fine.
All right, so Wednesday it's gonna be sunny, but for the next couple days you're gonna have a thing of rain happening this
no.
week as well.
We've got a couple guests today.
Yes, we have a lot of guests.
Yeah. So we've got Isaac Harms here and Kaylee Burke, and they're going to be talking about speed dating for elders.
Yep.
Which is happening tonight, tomorrow. We'll hear more from them.
And then we have our favorite, Susan.
faves.
Hey, Patrick.
And they're going to be here talking about the school bond.
Yep.
Yes.
And she brought a special guest too.
Yeah. So we'll hear from them in a little while.
But let's do some social networking first. So, as you can see, if you log on to our website, it's www.wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. So nice, we make you write it out twice. You can also, apparently, this is, Sam is signed in on this computer, so we'll have to mess with them later. Anyways,
Yes, we will.
this is our website for our Wake Up Missoula page. You can like us on Wake Up Missoula. You can follow us on Twitter.
You can like Missoula Community Access Television on Twitter, as well as MCAT on Facebook. And if you want to find out more information about MCAT, just check us out on MCAT.org.
Yep. And
Right.
if you want to get in contact with us, you can email us mcat@mcat.org, or you can call us at 542-6228, otherwise known as 542.
MCAT.
Yes.
Yeah. And
so
also,
that's pretty much it for all like social networking.
Yeah, but also is our
This-
Saturdays is our drop
Yes.
in stop motion animation camp. This happens every Saturday. This week will be the third one, and it will be Halloween.
Yes.
So drop your kiddos by. We'll have lots of fun and maybe be all creepy. Oh, we can make a bunch of horror movies that
Yeah.
day. Yeah. So what it's kind of our past two Saturdays, what it's kind of developed into is stop motion as well as live action.
Yeah,
Because,
we've kind of mixed the two together.
stop
for sure.
motion is so tedious, and you can really, I mean, those kids can only do a stop motion video for like 2 hours. After that, they're bored.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we do a live action as well. We just have fun. So, yeah, drop your kiddos by if you want to. It's a good time, for
Yep.
sure. Yeah, but we have new programming as well.
Yes, we have 2 new programs happening tonight, featuring Constitution Day.
Oh.
And of course the city band. So we have our city band concert series that happens every Monday for the next couple. This is the middle of it. This is week number 6.
Oh, is it?
So we have 6 more weeks, and then of course we have our very special, the 13th one, which is the highlights of all the best music from this past summer's city band concert.
How many concerts did you play with them? So
Probably
Scott
about,
does city
like-
band, but he only does like half the time.
Yeah, I barely did
Did
too
you?
much this year
You were
as
just
well.
pretty busy this
Like,
summer.
well, remember the summer camps?
Yeah,
and then
we had
hanging out
so
with those,
many summer camps.
those little
Adorable
those
little
little
hellions.
angels. I want to
Little
say
angels,
Angels with a big A. And
They're great, I love 'em.
I just could not
I understand.
do
yeah.
anything else the rest of the night because I was tired.
Tired.
Just tired, worn out.
Yeah, summer camps are a lot of work.
They
They're a lot of
are.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's some new programming that will be on tonight on Channel 189.
And when we come back, we'll have some guests right after this.
that I must comply with a coercive order from the courts directing, in Dred Scott, the return of Dred Scott to slavery. And in the face of his position was that in the face of a coercive order directed at him in connection with a specific case, he would have to comply, even contrary to his own best view of the Constitution.
Welcome, guys, and you're here to talk about senior speed dating. But first, let's talk about your guys' company.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
So our company's name is Harpers Home Care. We're a new agency to Missoula, but myself and Isaac, we're not new to Missoula. We're native, grew up here. I've been in the elder care field for the last 15 years. And I was lucky enough to have an opportunity to bring a new business and conversation to in-home care. And so we started in February, and we are doing non-skilled in-home care. It's private pay based, and we're founded by the Eden Alternative Principles, which focuses on person-centered care, person-directed care, and well-being of individuals. So it's really about building relationships. So we wanted to bring that conversation and picture to Missoula, to our community, to sort of change the culture of aging. And it's also about focusing on care partners and offering them a sustainable life as well, such as living wage, autonomy, really important things like that.
So what's your guys' mission statement? That's always something that
Yeah.
I always like
I'm
to
very
ask.
curious too.
It's really basically to change the culture of aging, and for those living with dementia, and to support a sustainable life for our care partners and those living at home. So it's really through the Eden Alternative 7 domains of well-being that we will deliver that mission.
Yeah,
I
had a grandma who suffered dementia in her later years, for sure, and it got pretty hard on the family. Especially a lot of times you just don't know what they're saying. Like, it's not necessarily like that they're trying to trick you into doing favors and stuff like that. It's just like they don't remember that you did something for them as well. So it can be very also frustrating. But what are some of the things that is rewarding about your guys'?
Oh man, there's so many things, and I let you know Isaac's really in there firsthand. Do you want to answer some of that? What's rewarding for you?
So as a care partner, my goal is to bring happiness to the individual. I want to keep him or her's identity. Once we reach adult elderhood, which we all will, we all deserve to be happy. And someone with dementia, even though the family might not see them as though the person that they remember, that person is still a person and deserves to be happy. And so I just try to bring joy any way I can on an individual basis.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
talking about what you get back and what's rewarding, I mean that is so rewarding. And being able to be a partner with somebody in their life and help them grow and find purpose and find stop being helpless and stop being lonely and isolated. We can offer that, and how rewarding is that? And speaking of someone with dementia, and Isaac, said it very brilliantly, that they are that person. They are still here. They are still. So now it's our job to take everything we know and put it on the backside and come into their world and be with them. And you do that through building a relationship with that person and the family that surrounds them. So that's part of it.
And
Yeah.
speaking of relationships,
Yes.
let's talk about the speed dating. Like the part that the reason you guys are here is talking about your upcoming event, which is senior speed dating for people
60 and older.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So part of our mission really is to change the culture of aging and to bring a positive spin on it and to break down stigmas and barriers. So, love is for everybody. It doesn't stop when you're 60, 70, 90, 80. It continues to grow. Our need for relationships and companionships, whether it's friendship or love, is so prevalent in our future and currently, no matter where you're at. So we actually showed the documentary Age of Love back in July to get some interest. It was about the speed dating event, and we had a lot of interest, mostly women. And so we really are saying, come on guys, we need some more of those men to sign up. But it is tomorrow at the Silk Road from 4 to 6, and we wanted to bring the speed dating to Missoula, to our community, to say, hey, we know you guys want love and we want to bring it to you. You want friendship, we want to bring that to you. So we're really excited, but we do need some more men before tomorrow.
So how many couples are you guys looking to have?
We would love to have 10 couples, and we definitely have that in the women, and we don't quite have that in the men yet. So we have a waiting list for women, and we hope to see this event be monthly or quarterly. So we're just trying to urge those men to get adventurous.
So Isaac, what is your involvement with the speed dating?
I'll be the bell person every 5 minutes and try to bring some entertainment.
Yeah,
So.
it's a very important role.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And so it's going to be at the Silk Road.
Yes.
From 4 till 6. Where can people find information about it?
So our website at harvesthomecare.net will show you the event, and it'll direct you to my email, which is kburke@harvesthomecare.net. You can also call my direct number, which is 396-3660, and pre-register for the event.
Cool.
And how far in advance do you suggest that they register?
We would like you to register today.
Yeah. So
we
as
need
soon as you can.
Yes, as soon as we can.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we let you go?
Do you have anything? No, just thank you for having us here. Really appreciate it. It's really fun. We just want to continue to get the word out there and awareness about aging in general, how beautiful it is and awesome. And now we want to bring love to Missoula.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Yeah. So if you guys know any older men that want to speed date, hit these guys up.
Oh, settle down, Noelle.
You guys,
Well, wait, we'll be right back with Susan Hay-Patrick.
right after.
I'm a junior at Sentinel High School, and I need a smart school because I want to be able to study political science when I graduate.
I want to be able to focus on learning and not waiting for slow technology.
I want to be able to focus on learning, not sweating in August and freezing all winter long.
MCPS is hosting community open houses in every school.
Learn how that impacts students like me.
Have the opportunity
To provide input and ask questions.
get smart about our public schools.
Visit a Smart Schools 2020 open house.
Please visit www.mcpsmt.org.
Sergeant Greg Amison with the Missoula Police Department. I'd like to talk a little bit about bicycles riding on the sidewalks in the city of Missoula, which we see a lot because Missoula is a very bike-friendly town. I would just like to let bicyclists know that they do have to yield to pedestrians on the sidewalk safely because they travel faster than a pedestrian, so they do have to do that in a safe manner. And then when you get to a crosswalk, you are actually required to slow your bicycle down to what would be called a pedestrian pace, and you cannot begin crossing until it's safe to do so.
Hey, we're here with Hal Stearns and Susan Hay-Patrick, and they're here to talk more about the Smart Schools 2020 and the new school bond, $158 million school bond that's happening.
Yeah. So what's the topic for today?
Well, we're encouraging everybody to vote their ballot. It's a mail-in election, so that's always more challenging in terms of turnout. So far, only less than 25% of Missoula voters have returned their ballots, and we want everybody to vote. This is a really important issue for our community. Of course, I want everybody to vote yes, to invest in our schools, our students, and our community.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I was a teacher in this community for 24 years at the high school level and then at the university level, and I've had all kinds of kids. Now I've got 6 grandchildren, so I care about them very deeply. But I want to give you an example of why this is so vitally important. Not long ago, I was at an event, and I brought in a slide rule. And these are all kids, and I said, do you have anybody have an idea what this is? Not one of them had ever seen a slide rule before. I grew up in the slide rule world of the 20th century. In this century, we know kids are way ahead of this. I talked to a 5-year-old just last week. I said, how's school going? Fine, and I really like computer, but our computers are slower than the ones I have in my own house, and they don't work all the time. We need connectivity. That's all there is to it. Some of our buildings are really in sad shape. And the thing that I really am impressed with in terms of all of this is the fact of the amount of community involvement. We had a number of grassroots expressions on the part of people coming to meetings at various schools who said, this is vitally important. We have got to update. We've got to bring things into the 21st century. We're 20th century people, a different world. That's all there is to it, a different world. Whenever I see anybody say, we get taxed, sure we get taxed, but when we get taxed, we get a new bridge. When we get taxed, we get the road that we need so badly. We need schools more than anything because we know kids are the rough diamonds that grow up to be, we're going to make
bridge
a difference
makers.
In the world. Yes,
Yeah, they're gonna be making the bridges.
You better believe
You can
it.
see
They
why
are the
I
bridge
bring
makers.
Al with me.
Yeah. And so, tell us about. I want to know about what buildings need to be updated. Like what structural
Sure.
updates need
So
to be done.
many of them, there's a lot of deferred maintenance in many of our schools. So some of them will be totally rebuilt. Cold Springs is one of them, Lowell, Willard. We really need to make these investments to move forward. These buildings are crumbling. Our maintenance staff at MCPS has done an outstanding job of shepherding public resources, stewarding public resources, and sort of prolonging the life of these buildings. But
Would the idea of these new buildings be built like during the summer? Because
there
there's
will
always
be,
going to be.
it's going to be a tremendous logistical challenge. The school has really incredibly detailed plans for swing schools,
Yes.
where students will go. It's really going to be a logistical challenge, but I think they're definitely thinking about that.
Are any of the high schools going to be rebuilt, or are they just going to be?
Willard is which is an old elementary school and really out of date, really kind of crumbling. Willard
like their fire escape is very interesting.
Yes, I was there the other day and people were standing on the balcony inside, and it was making me nervous.
Really?
That's
Wow. And so that'll be completely demolished and 100% rebuilt.
Yes.
Wow.
But our very own Mayor John Engen went to Willard. Back in
He
the
did
day.
as an elementary student.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome. That's
we have
awesome.
great history in our schools, and it's time that we make new history for the next generation.
'Cause we have,
just like people invested in the schools that we went to.
We got Frankenstein, Hellgate High School. We got trailer parks behind Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
And then Big Sky's probably got to be one of the newest high schools around for sure.
Yeah,
Then-
Leaky Roof. And
Leaky Roof.
Yeah, it's, I sort of take for granted when I'm there on a rainy day that you step around buckets. That's not something that, we should expose kids to.
But also there's a separation between city and county elections because in the
Right.
county only is voting on the high school
ballot.
bond.
Right.
And then, of course, if you
live in the
city,
urban core, you'll see 2 issues on your ballot, so people need to be sure to turn their ballots over. They're kind of long, so you want to vote both sides of your ballot. Mail them in by October 30 in order to get them there by November 3rd, or bring them to the elections office at the county fairgrounds any weekday, up to and including election day.
And
So-
that's where.
I want to go back to Hell for a second. So let's talk about population of students. So what do you see now in terms of the amount of students compared to when you were teaching?
Okay, well, first of all, there isn't any doubt Missoula is going to grow. Missoula is very attractive to young families. Young families are the ones that have kids. So when I walk into a school now, as I did the other day, where they had kids at desks, several of them sitting in chairs, absolutely filled to capacity. Now that's the case in some of the schools that we have right now, that we have burgeoning population growth. There isn't any doubt about that. But the biggest thing of all with all of this is the fact that it is the 21st century. And you can't be being in a one-room schoolhouse. That's not the way the world operates. And that's really, in a way, the example I like to use, that we have been in the past. We've got to get in the future. So when I see this thing where somebody says, we're getting taxed, well, of course we're getting taxed. That's the way the world operates. But we need schools bad. And when I look at those little troopers out there, they are the future. And that's what we love more than anything in the world. They're our kids.
Yeah.
So I always say kids. That's the bottom line. It's the kids.
Yep, they're our generation. They will be running our world one day.
That's
so the
right.
best thing that we can give them is a good education and a good place to learn. Yeah, that's why this bill is super important.
And speaking of education, where can people be educated and find out more information?
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Yes for Missoula Schools, yes for MissoulaSchools.org or MCPSMT.org. Yes for Missoula Schools has a lot of information about volunteer opportunities. MCPSMT.org has information about specific schools and what the improvements will be if the bonds pass, and we hope they will.
Yeah, we hope so too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed this.
We'll see
immensely.
you next Monday.
Wonderful.
as well.
Yeah.
I'd love to bring a student. They're
Yes.
all in class, but
Yeah.
Well, they get to skip classes then if they get at least.
Hey, she has a student with her. Almost. Well, almost one.
Student of life.
former
Yeah, that's
Montana
right.
Teacher of the Year.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I was very lucky. I had a lot of wonderful kids. And a lot of those kids that I had now are the ones that have kids of their own. So I worry about every single one of them, to tell you the truth. Every one of them.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, you guys.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
No matter what you're planning, if you plan to drink, plan to have a friend get you home. Get ride home ideas and tools at plantolive.mt.gov.
Sergeant Greg Amis with the Missoula Police Department. I'd like to talk a little bit about something I see downtown routinely, and that is pedestrians crossing against the pedestrian heads. So I'd just like to explain what is actually legal. You cannot begin crossing in the crosswalk when it's either flashing and in the countdown or solid red. The only time it's legal to begin crossing in that crosswalk is when the white crossing sign is displayed. What the countdown is for, and the only thing that that's there for, is to tell you how much time you have to finish crossing the street, presuming that you started when it was legal to do so.
Hey, welcome
We're
back
right
to Wake Up Missoula.
Yes.
This is
hello.
our morning show on
On channel 189
And the internet.
And the internet. You can watch us live on the internet. But those were great interviews. Hope you guys get out there and vote.
Get out the
as
vote.
well as find some seniors that are single. Get them out there. Men, older, single, senior men. They need you.
Ooh, settle
Find
down,
some
Noelle.
ladies. Stop.
What?
It's for the women. It's for the older women, not for me or you or Asaph. Asaph would rather speed date.
Yeah, I just laughed when you guys made that comment about how it just doesn't die. Yeah, I know about that.
Asaph is too young to speed date, you guys. Okay.
Oh, hey, Asaph totally sounds like a Hallmark original movie.
Yeah.
Struggling pianist. Giving up on love.
Until he enters in speed dating.
And finds the woman of his dreams, but not who you think.
Because she is a classically trained dancer.
Yeah.
Starring Valerie Bertinelli as...
And together.
Now, if you just said starring Julie Andrews, I would have liked that a lot.
Starring Julie Andrews.
Hey, I just made $350 last Saturday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Asaph did the wine festival,
Yeah.
beer festival on Friday.
Yeah, I
And
got
so how was
paid. I
that?
got paid $300 and made
Good.
$50 in tips. That's a sweet gig.
Good. Good. I'm glad, Asaph.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. And you had fun?
Oh yeah.
Good.
That thing seats 9,000 folks up in that auditorium.
Wow.
And there must have been about 1,000 more people in this event.
Cool. Nice. Cool, Asaph.
Thank you.
Wow, he made some money, so that's a good thing. Yeah. But I've got some events going on for you guys. So starting at 9:30 a.m. Is the family fun time over at Mismo Gymnastics. So this is an open gym for ages 1 to 12 years. It's a supervised and safe environment full of obstacle courses, trampolines, and foam pits. Then we have our preschool play group over at Bitter Gymnastics for ages 1 to 5 years. $8 to drop in or $12 for siblings. And they just set up activities and stations around the gym, and the parents and children get to rotate and choose what they want to do. Over at Montgomery Distillery, their Moscow Monday is for Homeward. So $1 per cocktail sold between 12 and 8 will help Homeward provide affordable housing as well as housing and financial counseling and education to Montanans. Bridge Group is over at the Senior Center at 1 p.m. This is for the beginners brush up group. then over at the Missoula Public Library, they've got open time in their makerspace starting at 1:30. So from 1:30 to 3, you can learn how to use the equipment or work on a project of your choice. And then from 3 to 7, they have electronics exploration. So you can learn about all their electronic platforms from 3 to 7. Over at Taste Buds Kitchen, they have a cooking science after school cooking workshop. Ages 6 to 10 as $20, starts at 4. And then over at the Top Hat Lounge, they've got their live recorded shows, The Grateful Dead. So this is 2 hours of music from The Grateful Dead from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So that starts at 5. Service Industry Night is over at Plonk at 6 p.m. They have, if you work in the service industry, they have an exclusive menu for appetizers and drinks that are cheaper.
Exclusive.
Over the public library, they're doing this thing called Tortured Souls Investigations. And so this is put on by Missoula Paranormal Society. They're showing a film of their investigations, and they're answering questions in the large meeting room tonight at 6:30.
Awesome.
And then my last event for Monday is Blues Monday at the Badlander at 9 p.m. So you can check out some blues every Monday. Yeah. So
Whoa.
they've got their Jazz Sundays, now they have Blues Mondays. That's pretty
Hold
nice.
on a second. That's only 2 pages. That's
Oh, yeah.
light Monday.
That's how it is. Seriously, everyone.
Wow.
Always on Mondays, it's very, very short. Like, everything going on Mondays is, like, very short, nothing really happening, all the, like, normal stuff I usually talk about.
Yeah.
And then Tuesdays, it gets busier. There's a lot more things going, and then by, like, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's just, like, a ton of stuff happening. So it's very interesting. Sundays and Mondays are always very light with events, and just really not much going on. Yeah, and it gets later in the week.
Yeah, I mean, and the one thing I noticed for sure about any event is that between 3 and 5, any day, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Just
it's
traffic.
Kind of funny. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to switch gears now and go over to Asaph's segment.
Let me play a section of this first, just a piece of it, and then I'll talk about what we're going to talk about. That is a song called Oh Happy Day, which was written on October 26th in 1704, according to my notes. There's a famous group in the 1960s, 1967, called the Edwin Hawkins Gospel Group. But before I talk about them, this song in 1967 became a modern fixture in gospel music. It comes from the 18th century, and it became an international hit in 1969, reaching number 4 in the US and number 2 in the UK singles chart and the Irish singles chart. And it's since become a standard, and everybody in the world has done that song. I mean, they've done this song in Whoopi Goldberg's Sister Act 2. They've done it in the movie Big Mama's House, the Nutty Professor 2 with the Clumps. Robin Williams' movie, License to Wed, and the Walt Disney pictures. So it's kind of a popular song. Probably more used in film these days and movies and stuff instead of actual churches. But the Edwin Hawkins singers, they're credited with doing the modern day version of that song. But as I stated, it's an old hymn in the 18th century, and it was put together in melody in 1704. So it goes back, written October 26th. And of course, these still pictures of the Edwin Hawkins singers, because they're probably the most known group in our modern times to do this hymn. And it's a happy day for me because it's my birthday, and I thought this would be the perfect song, Oh Happy Day, to do musical notes.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's my little tribute to Oh Happy Day.
Thank you very much, Asaph.
Sure.
That was Musical Notes with Asaph Adonai. And right now we've got a trailer. Christian Ackerman, one of the employees over at MCAT, he makes a lot of zombie movies and loves making zombie movies. A great filmmaker. So his Zombies of the Living Dead movie is coming very soon. So we've got the trailer for it right here.
In a town, Officer Sid Jensen has enough problems of his own.
Everyone shut up!
And what does our president do about it? Nothing!
How
How's Jill?
We broke up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you would arrest me. Your own father.
Things are about to get weird.
Now let's go put some foot to balls!
What the hell does that even mean?
I've seen this in every movie.
It's two different movies and different genres, that's what I'm saying.
It's the same genre.
No, okay.
It's the same crappy movie.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That
That'll be
was,
at the Roxy, October 29th from at 6 and 9.
And the Red Band trailer is online as well if you want
Cool.
to see more gore and more zombie kills and stuff like that as
Great.
well. It's locally made.
Uh-huh.
It's here in Missoula and made in Hamilton and probably in the outskirts. I'll just say Missoula County.
Yeah, Missoula County. And so that lead star was, if you guys have been following our show for a long time,
Yes.
was our old co-host. Was our
Many
old
of
co-host,
Josh.
Yeah, Josh Many. So he used to be on our show, and then he left about a year ago. But he is, the main actor, and he will be here this week. And I tried to talk him into being a celebrity host, so hopefully.
He said he'd totally be down for Friday or Monday.
Cool. So hopefully Friday or Monday.
But he won't be here on Wednesday morning when this movie is relevant.
It's fine. We'll see Friday.
Awful. But I'll get some footage or whatever of the
Yeah.
premiere full of people.
Yeah.
Or I won't get footage.
And then Josh will be here Wednesday to celebrity host, and we'll interview him about it. Yeah, and about North Dakota and his life. I'm very
Celebrity
excited.
host.
But we've got some more events for you guys. This is what's going on tomorrow. So Tiny Tales is at the Missoula Public Library starting at 10:30. This is for ages birth through 36 months. And they just will sing stories and listen to songs and nursery rhymes and, finger plays, games, all that stuff. And then there is Shooting the Bull Toastmasters over in the Alps Boardroom. This is a lively weekly meeting where you can improve your public speaking skills as well as become a better leader and more effective speaker. Yeah. So that's at noon. And then Mule-tastic Tuesdays is at the Montana Distillery at noon. $1 from each cocktail sold will go to a nonprofit in the Missoula area. And then over at the Clark Fork Coalition office, they're having a lecture. It's a lunchtime conversation about the river restoration and the super fun cleanup in the upper Clark Fork River. So the director, Will McDowell, will discuss how Modesty Creek, a long-lost tributary of the Clark Fork River, was reconnected to the main stem river for the first time in over 6 decades. So this reunion of creek and river have created prime habitat for fish, birds, and other wildlife living and migrating along the Clark Fork River. Clark Fork Coalition office is at 140 South 4th Street West. You meet there at noon tomorrow. Zootown Arts Community Center is having their Fall Frenzy after-school art camp. So just bring your little one by, and they're going to be doing a variety and array of fall art projects. Over in Frenchtown, they've got their Lego Club starting at 4 p.m. And then also at 4 p.m. over the Learning Center at Red Willows, Yoga Warriors. This is free yoga to veterans or family and caregivers, and this yoga is specifically designed just for veterans. So it's supposed to help with PTSD and anxiety and sleep problems. At the Radius Gallery, there's Downtown on Tap starting at 5 p.m. You can drink some wine and check out their art and maybe paint some stuff. Picking Circle is over at the Top Hat Lounge at 6. Picking Circle at the Top Hat Lounge at 6 p.m. This is for bluegrass-oriented musicians to come down and jam in front of the raised seating booth. That came out really hard.
I thought you were about to say rage.
I know. You could go down there and rage and jam with other bluegrass-oriented musicians at 6 p.m. at the Top Hat tomorrow.
Just look for the bluegrass players.
Yeah, that was really hard. I don't know why. Okay, and then over at Burn Street Bistro tomorrow at 6, it's a Northside Westside Neighborhood Leadership Meeting. They're just going to be talking about public comment on non-agenda items and announcements. Taste Buds Kitchen has got a knife skills adult cooking workshop at 6 p.m. It's $40. System Check is over at the Missoula Public Library. This is the official gamers club for ages 19 and under. They have all the games you could want. Tabletop, board games, card games, video games, all of it, but no gambling. And then the Republicans are having a committee general meeting. So the Republican Central Committee General Meeting will be at Lambros at 7 p.m. tomorrow for local conservatives to see how you can give back to the Republicans in Missoula. Yeah.
They do exist.
They do exist, yes. And I figure we should probably say something about them so we don't seem so biased.
Oh, we're very biased, but everyone's biased.
It's true. It's hard not to be biased. It's kind
It's
of
almost
human
impossible.
nature. Yeah. Okay, and then African dance classes over at the Missoula Senior Center at 7. This is put on by Taryn Ream, and they've got live musicians every Tuesday, $10 per class or $35 for 4 classes. And then over at the public library, they're having a money and politics free public forum starting at 7 p.m. So the Missoula League of Women Voters presents findings on the National League nonpartisan study. They also trace the history of the U.S. Supreme Court decisions about the rise of dark money in politics, and then what can be done about it. Beats Antique plays at the Wilma Theater at 8 p.m. And then over at the Badlander at 9 is Missoula Music Showcase. So that's what's going on for events for today and tomorrow. As always, check out MissoulaEvents.net, The Independent, the University of Montana website, or our newspaper for
But of course,
more things going on.
To find out more information about Wake Up Missoula, you can log on to www.wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. So nice. We make you spell it out twice because I'm too cheap to buy wakeupmissoula.com.
Yeah.
But also, you could like us on our Facebook page, which is just wonderful. You could follow us on Twitter.
You can like Missoula Community Access Television on Twitter, as well as MCAT on Facebook. You can also go to MCAT.org to find out more information about us.
But why would you want to find out more information about us when you can just appear on our show and talk about your event, your cause, your rally, your whatever? It has to represent a nonprofit. We don't do like commercials and stuff like that. But so just a disclaimer. But you can get in contact with us with any of those mediums: Twitter, Facebook, our general email, our general inbox is mcat@mcat.org, and you can call us 542-6228. So call us maybe at 542
MCAT.
Yep.
Yeah, so lots of ways for you guys to get in touch with us if you want to be on our show, or even just give us a comment. Yeah, like us on Facebook, message us, whatever. Yeah, but for Wake Up Missoula, my name is Noelle McAvoy.
And I'm Scott Ramp.
Here's Asaph Adonai.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.